Hey everyone, and welcome back to the studio. Obviously, as you know, my challenge is not to buy any new clothing at all this year. So weekend's coming, I'm not sure of the weather, but I found this fabulous net curtain, which has got this gorgeous edge at the bottom. I'm thinking skirt, yeah, I think that'll be good. Obviously it needs to be lined. So I'm gonna play about with this and we'll see how we get on. Okay, so the great thing about this net curtain is it's already got almost like a waistband from where it was originally gathered up to go onto the pole. So it's got a double channel of stitching. So I'm just going to thread some elastic through there, and I can just literally attach it to an elasticated waistband, and it's already the right length, so this will be super easy. Only thing, it's very see-through, so I'm going to need to put some sort of lining in it. Now I've just rummaged around and found some really lovely lightweight lining. So what I'm going to do is, I don't have much of it because as you can see it's being used. So I'm going to try cutting it so that I have a short lining underneath the longer layer underskirt. Okay, first things, I'm going to make the lining and pop that in place. So having a look at this fabric that I've already used and already cut out, so there's already bits missing and this is all I have. I'm going to have to reduce the length of the underslip, and it's giving me 48 centimetres. So we have, I've managed to get out of this 2 pieces of fabric, 2 lengths of fabric. So I'm going to stitch these together, and these are going to be the lining, and then the dress will hang over the top of it. So we have the 2 layers on top of each other, right sides together, and I'm just going to stitch down this side. Right, so I've stitched the 2 edges of this together, so I'm just going to step back. So as you can see, we have this seam down the centre just to pop it on. And I'm just going to roughly measure because it's going to be gathered around, so that sort of much. So over there, pop a pin in it. So here's the pin I marked with lots of room for me to gather it up. So I just need to cut down nice and straight all the way down. This side is already stitched. So here we have the lining piece laid out, the raw edge which is fraying here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to overlock all of this edge. This edge here has now been overlocked. I'm going to do an overlocked hem, and then I'm just going to turn the overlocked hem under so that we have that lovely neat edge. Okay, so I've overlocked the bottom hem, and I'm just turning a small turning, probably not even quite a centimetre, up to the underside, just to give us a nice neat edge on our lining. So here we have our finished hem, and then this edge, the upper edge, which is still overlocked, is going to be attached to the underside. So that's going to be attached onto there. So we're going to attach that onto there. So what I've done is I've found the inside of the net by looking at how it's joined here. So I've got the wrong side up facing me at the moment, and I'm then going to take my piece of lining and I'm going to put that right side down. So when we turn it, if this is the inside, we'll have the nice seam of the hem. So I'm going to attach this overlocked edge to the very bottom, the waistband. So I'm going to attach it there so that when we look at it from the outside of the skirt, you don't see any of the overlocked seam. Attach that with a nice straight stitch. Okay, so we've now attached this lining to the underside. So this is the outside of the skirt, and we have this modesty lining inside. What I'm going to do now is trim away the rest of the net, because this onwards is all the rest of the net curtain, which I'm sure I can make something else fabulous from. Okay, so I'm going to use the widest elastic possible to fit in the channel between the 2 rows of stitches. And there we are. So we can see now that the skirt is gathered onto that waistband, and we'll go have a look, try it on. So first try on, and this is the dress, still open at the back. So it's nicely gathered on the waistband, and then obviously you've got the skirt underneath, and then it just flows freely. Okay, so I tried the skirt on and just felt it needed something more. I wanted to come up at the front to give a sort of more boho look really. So here I have the centre front along here. So this is the centre front of the skirt, the waistband's up here and the bottom's down here. If I shape this to come up here, it will just give it that high-low front, and I think it will just look fabulous. So I'm just literally going to cut down there and move the lining out the way, up and out the way, because I want it to come to where the lining joins. Across and then slope it down. I'm going to have to remove this here and reposition it to come up here and to go up there. So just going to snip all of this off all the way along. We'll then slope up here. Just want it to lay nice and flat as it goes.